Well, I'm going to be doing a video of several different little operations. This first one is I found on the internet a guy that had built a boat cover support out of PVC pipe, and it looked pretty good to me. Kind of folds up. I'll give you some more videos as we go along, but I wanted you to see what's going on here. Is you actually cut a little slot smaller than the rail on the side of your John boat, and it takes 1/2 inch PVC pipe, and that's a 1.5 inch. Well, actually it's a little bit larger because 1.5 inch is actually the inside diameter of the PVC pipe that goes in there. But it works as long as you don't cut the slot in the pipe too wide. And here, that kind of gives you an idea of how the whole thing works. On cutting the slots in the little brace pieces down here, I used a little jigsaw with a little fine-tooth metal cutting blade, and it kind of wants to tend to melt the plastic back together if you have to clamp it in something to hold it while you're cutting it. So you may have to cut the first cut twice, and also kind of angle it, as you can see there, so that, let me get down just a little bit closer if I can. Yeah, kind of angle it a little bit so that you can see the back piece underneath there hits right up underneath the rail on the boat. The amount of bow that you put in the PVC pipe can vary depending on what you have on the deck that you may need to dodge, like the trolling motor, for instance, which I forgot and had to rebuild one. Okay, so we have all the 1/2 inch PVC pipe cut. We've got the T's glued on the ends with the slots cut in them, so they'll fit over the edge of the boat. And now what we're doing is, well, you can see the cable there. That's 16th inch cable that I'm using to run through the centers of the rods when they're of the PVC pipe when it's bowed over on the boat. And I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if we can get in close there. You can see that little bitty hole I've uncut. Oh, camera's having a little trouble. Back up. There, well, anyway, you can see a little bitty hole. I actually cut that 3/32 just to make sure. And just a little quick note, I don't know if you can see the, well, let's try this. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer there. Anyway, I don't know if you can see it or not. No, it's going to act fuzzy. Camera can't see it. Okay, anyway, what I did is I took regular old electrical rosin core solder, heated up the soldering iron, and heated the ends of the cable, and touch a little bit of solder to it so it won't fray while you're running it through the rods and through the little stops that we'll get to here in just a little bit. Okay, now that kind of gives you an idea how the stops will go on either side, and they'll clamp right up against the PVC pipe. Now, any adjustments that you want to make on this before you clamp the the stops around the cable, you can do that. You can get it kind of wherever you want it to sit, because where it is now, the way it's bowed on the sides of the boat, because the boat's coming into a point at the front, it kind of wants to teeter and act a little funny. So you have a chance to actually make an adjustment on that and kind of get them to sit up there straight. Okay. Okay, there she is done. Boat cover support. As you can see, the loops in the front, old bungee cords. The little locks keep your, on the cable, keep your supports in line. And at the very back, if anything gets in